Hello and welcome everyone to part 5 of Field Service Lightning series. We will be discussing everything related to service resources today. A very quick introduction about me. My name is Khyati Mehta. I live in Kolkata, India. I'm working as a Salesforce developer at Cognizant Technology Solutions. I am a proud marketing champion. I also lead the Salesforce Women in Tech Group Kolkata. I have run multiple initiatives in India, like helping underprivileged children with Salesforce and helping special students with Salesforce, and for which I was recently featured on Salesforce blog for my outreach work. I love everything about community and helping and giving back to the community. Hence, I'm a community speaker, a trailhead mentor. I also have a blog of my own named as All About Salesforce and a podcast that I run, which is named as Salesforce Offbits with Khyati. You can always connect with me over LinkedIn and Twitter. I would be really happy to connect with you all. So today's agenda is quite simple and straightforward. We'll be just creating resources and assigning them. Now, before starting to create service resources, let's understand what are they. So service resources are individual users or group of users as crews who can perform field service work. You can create service resources so you can assign service appointments to them. So basically, when we create service appointment, we need someone to do that work, right? So that work will be done by service resources. Now that work needs to be done at some place that has been written in the service appointment. So that place is known as service territories. So service resources are no other than the normal users who will be working and who will be performing field service work. So let's move on to our org and understand how we can create service resources. So this is our org. You can basically create service resources in two ways. You can directly create a service resources by just going to your app launcher and typing in service resources, and you'll find it here. Or you can also use guided setup to create service resources. So guided setup is nothing but it would just make our life easier. As the name suggests, it would have all the steps and it would be really easy to create a service resources. Over here as well, it's easy. But yes, guided setup is there to make our life easier. So when I click on new, and if I fill up all this fields and click on save, a new service resource will be created. But what are these fields? So let's first understand that. So there is something called active. Now, when this checkbox is selected, uh, that means that this option means that the resource can be assigned to work orders. For serving tracking purposes, resources can be deleted. So deactivating a resource is the best way to send them into retirement. Now this checkbox basically means that this service resource is available and could be assigned to any work order. The next one, there's one more checkbox that is capacity based. Now capacity based resources are limited to a certain number of hours or appointments in a specific time period. Now the tip here is that the capacities related list shows a resources capacity. The next field that we see is description. As the name suggests, it's a description for the resource. You can write anything about the resource or anything that is relevant to know. So this is nothing but the description. The next field that we see is a checkbox field that is include in scheduling optimization. Now use this field only if the field service managed package is installed. Now when selected, this option checks whether the resource can be assigned to service appointments during the optimization process. To be included in optimization, resources need the field service scheduling permission set license. Now, if this option is selected and the resource does not have the permission set license, the user creating the service resource is prompted to assign it. The next field that we see is name. It's the resource name, of course, as the name suggests. This name can be the name or title of the associated user or crew. The next is resource type. It's a pick list field, and we can see a lot of values under resource type. Now, it indicates whether a resource is a technician or dispatcher or crew or agent. For us, it would be dispatcher, technician, crew. And resources who are dispatches can't be capacity based or included in scheduling optimization. Only users with field service dispatcher permission set license can be dispatchers. You can't add additional resource types. So whenever you create a new resource, you got to make sure that you choose the correct resource type. Please note, field service users can see asset as a pick list option in the resource type field. However, you can't save the record when you select asset in your org. That does not have access to Lightning Scheduler. The next that we see is user. So this is nothing but the associated user. Now, if the service resource represents a crew instead of a single user, you can leave this field blank. And if you click on save after filling up these options, you'll be able to create a new resource. So let's just quickly assign the fields. Let's just give the names. Let's give as Pam Chopra. Let's make it active. And the resource type would be technician. And let's click on save. So when you click on save, you see an error. Now, where the error is popping? The error is popping in the field named as user. It says that required fields are missing. Now, when you're creating a service resource is no other than a user. So you, of course, need a user for it, right? That means you need to create a user first in your org named as Pam Chopra and assign it to the service resource. Now, what will it do? It will basically just map the same user with the given name, like with the service resource name. So what you'll do is just cross this. So for creating a new skill, all you need to do is go to setup and click on skills and click on new. And let's just give it anything, OS installation for now. The developer name is the API name that will be auto-populated. And then let's set it like this. We don't need any profiles for now, and click on save. So this way our one skill is created. Now let's go to Pam Chopra and refresh this page. So Pam Chopra is basically our service resource that we created. So go to related list, go to skills and click on assign skills. And now you can clearly see OS installation over here. So if you click on plus and click on next, and now you can give the resource skill number, skill level, start date, last modified date will be auto-populated, and click on save. So if you notice, you can also click on new and just search the skill from here, which is OS installation. Give the skill level as maybe 10, give the start date maybe as November 1. And if you click on save, that means Pam Chopra has been assigned with this particular skill as OS installation. Now, of course, you would need to assign the permission sets to your resources. So for that, you not need to go to setup, then click on find users and then permission sets. You basically need to find permission sets, my mistake, and then find field service resource license over here. Click on that. Then click on manage assignments and then add assignments. Over here, you can see our Pam Chopra. So you can just click on that and assign it. So that means Pam Chopra has been assigned. But it says permission set field service resource license was not assigned to one user. See the message below. can't assign because it's already assigned to this user. Now what happens is we have assigned this license by going to users at the first step, by going to users and then going to permission set assignments, and we have assigned few licenses to Pam Chopra. But in some case we are creating a lot of users, for a company or for something that is working live. We create a lot of users. We have technicians, we have dispatchers, we have n number of users. So it's not possible for us to go to every user and then click on permission set assignments and then click on edit, then manually assign each license that we need. So that's not possible. So this is an easier way. You can basically just go to permission set and click your users and then just assign it and click on done. So that way it's just easier to assign the licenses that you need to your resources. Now, after this, let's assign resources to the service territories, because even if we create resources, we need to assign them to a place. Now, service territories are nothing but a place wherein service resources will go and perform the field service work. So we need to assign the service territories. Now, again, you can do it via the guided setup, but let's do it via the manual steps as well, because guided setups is something that you can read and do it. So let me introduce to these steps for better understanding. All you need to do is click on service resources from app launcher and click on the record that we created, which is Pam Chopra. So when you click on the service resource that we created, go to the related list, and over here under skills, you will see something called service territories. Now, again, you can assign service territories or click a new one as it was for the skills. So let's click on new and let's try to find a territory. So earlier I created this territory. So if you want to create a new one, all you can do is click on the plus new service territory. Give the name, let's give it as London. Operating hours, let's give the operating hours as morning, and let's just save this time zone for now and keep it active and click on save. So the service territory London was created. So let's click on, so now as you can see, the service territory has been auto-populated by the London that we created. And if you want to search the operating hours, you'll see the morning one. And let's just give the start date and click on save. So once you click on save, the service resource that we created named as Pam Chopra is assigned with the skill OS installation and is assigned to the service territory named as London. Now let's just verify the resources that will appear on the Gantt chart or not. So for that, you need to click on App Launcher, go to Field Service App, and then go to Field Service tab. So it will take a little time to load. So once everything is verified and everything, you'll see the Gantt chart is loaded. Now it says to view service appointment, select at least one service territory. So let's just select London and click on save. So you can clearly see, we can see Pam Chopra been assigned to this London territory as we assigned it. Now, if I click on Pam Chopra, I can see all the details that was he or she was assigned with technician. And if I go to related, I can see the skills as well. There's no service appointments as for now. There is service territory that's been assigned as London. If I go to map, then I can see the map that wherein the service resource will be working and the calendar timing. Everything will be visible from here. So this is how you can create and assign your service resources to different skills or different territories. I hope the session was helpful to you all. See you at the part 6 of Field Service Lightning series. Thank you all.